Breaking Commitment 2020 news right now. Minutes ago, we learned Senator Bernie Sanders is projected as the winner of the New Hampshire primary by ABC News. Senator Elizabeth Warren and former Vice President Joe Biden, both trailing badly, will leave New Hampshire without winning a single delegate between them. Joining me now are exclusive WPBF 25 political analysts, former Congressman Ron Klein, live from Washington, D.C., and former Florida House Majority Leader Adam Hassner, also here. Ron, I'll start with you. The pre-primary polls pointed to those apparent two top finishers, and they finished there. But is Minnesota Senator Amy Klobuchar stealing their thunder tonight?
I think Amy had a good night. She may have taken some votes away from Pete Buttigieg, possibly, but she shows that she's in it, and she really had a good message in the last debate, and I think it came through.
All right, Adam, I'll bring you in here before we even talk about Joe Biden. Are you surprised Klobuchar got this big a boost in New Hampshire? And are you surprised Senator Elizabeth Warren from Massachusetts faded like this?
Yes, right. So you have Senator Warren, who's from right next door in Massachusetts, not doing very well in New Hampshire. That was surprising. And Klobuchar, I think she actually took votes away from Biden. People are seeing Biden's fading. She becomes the moderate alternative to Sanders. And now you start looking, how is Sanders and Warren shaping up against Buttigieg and Buttigieg, Biden and Klobuchar? And this thing could be the beginning of a long process. It's still very early, that could end up going to the convention.
Exactly the narrative that the White House wants. Joe Biden knew this was going to happen. He got out of town, headed to South Carolina. Ron, let me ask you. Biden's arguing the real primary season starts in South Carolina and Nevada because most African Americans and Latino Democratic voters haven't had a say yet. Do you buy that tonight?
Well, listen, I've said all along, I think that these two early states really are not reflective of the broader population in the United States and certainly the Democratic Party's demographic diversity. So I think once you start moving into bigger states, and particularly Super Tuesday, when you have a number of larger states that have much larger diverse populations, I think that's the point in time in which you'll start to see things shake out. South Carolina probably, Biden will probably still do well. I think he's got a good base with African Americans. In Nevada, I think they'll be probably somewhat consistent with the other three states. But I think once you get into Super Tuesday, that's really when you're going to start to see things shake up a little bit.
Let me pose that to Adam. Adam, any way for the former vice president to turn this around now?
It's going to be really hard because what people want to see in South Carolina is someone who can win. You can't finish fourth and fifth and expect to have momentum, expect to have money. And that's what you need, not just to survive in South Carolina, but to get to Super Tuesday in order to be effective. And Joe Biden has really proven that he's really the Jeb Bush of the 2020 race. He came in a very weak fifth place here in New Hampshire, and I think it's going to really lead to spiraling further out of control in South Carolina. He's already starting to show some droppage in the polls in South Carolina, and it can only get worse after tonight.
We mentioned what the White House narrative is here, Ron, and that is that this is a fractured Democratic electorate, and now there's a plot to push out the progressive. That would be Senator Sanders. Does that story have legs in this race?
No, I don't think so. I think Senator Sanders is running a campaign. He's only had two primaries so far, well, a caucus and a primary. So no, I think obviously the people that want to try to create havoc and chaos on the Democrat side, Donald Trump being the primary person, will have all sorts of conspiracy theories like he does on everything else. But no, I think this is a very contested primary. Has a long way to go. The big election states, the Super Tuesdays that we have coming up, will decide this in the next couple of months. But no, this is a primary. That's exactly what it is, and I think it'll run its course.
Adam, does this set up Mike Bloomberg at all when he finally competes on Super Tuesday?
Well, Mike Bloomberg has a billion reasons why this sets him up. He's going to continue to spend money. But the minute he gets onto the debate stage, I think he's going to be fair game for attacks. You started seeing a little bit of it today with some of the old news coming out, some of the off-mic comments that he made. And I think the same for Amy Klobuchar as well. She has really gone unscathed through this primary process, and I think the focus is going to be on her in the next week or two, and you're going to start to hear a lot more about her as well.
One of the focuses will also be, will the Democratic electorate react this time the way the Republican electorate acted in 2016 when they did still choose Donald Trump as their nominee, and he's the incumbent. Adam and Ron, thank you so much for your contributions tonight. We're just getting started here, but we're two down, many more to go. We'll continue to bring you the latest Commitment 2020 coverage.